R2, dog. I ain't even been feeling like doing this, but let's get it. Yeah, it's probably really glad we're up. BIP Red Dot 1.
The O is for the 16 ounces that's in a whole pound. They really out here feeling my music. Shout out the whole town. K is for the killers I know who keep the 4 pound. You give an inch, he taking them out like it was 4th down. The L is for the ladies for sure. I mean the real ones who out here working hard for the.
What's up, world? What's up, YouTube? It's your boy R2, and we back with another banger. You know what I'm saying? So get your popcorn and your cold drink and go on over there and hit that like button. Then jump down there and hit that subscribe button. And then jump over there and hit that bell. So when I drop these bangers, you be one of the first ones to put your eyes on it. You know what I'm saying? What's happening? What's cracking? We're gonna start the episode off today by, you know what I mean, shouting out the supporters, man. Hey, listen, if you support this channel, if you check out my videos, if you hit that like button, if you subscribed, if you comment, good, the bad, the ugly, it don't matter. I appreciate that shit, man. We love you. You know what I mean? We appreciate everything that y'all do for us, man. You know what I mean? Keep the constructive criticism coming. Keep the likes coming. Keep the subscribes coming, man. Y'all stay tapped in with your boy. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna get to the content. We gonna run it. You know what I mean? We gonna give our opinion on it. You know what I'm saying? And anything that we talk about criminally on here is allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Always remember that. You know what I'm saying? We're not the police in any kind of fashion. We don't do none of that investigative reporting. We just, you know what I mean? We just giving it to you just how it's coming to us. You know what I'm saying? Everything that we talk about is public record. Everything that we speak on is, you know what I mean, in the media already. You dig what I'm saying? So, you know, with that being said, like I said, man, shout out to the supporters. Y'all the truth, you know what I'm saying? Y'all the reason I do this. You feel me? So y'all stay down and we're gonna get right to it. You know what I'm saying? Today, man, our topic, you know what I'm saying? We talking about this Cam Newton and Gilly the Kid thing, but it's kind of more deeper than that this time, man. We talking about now Johnny Manziel, he done stepped his, you know what I mean? He done stepped his tail in the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I ain't with, you know, Johnny Manziel getting on the internet saying that he gonna do something to a black man. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of overstepping his boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you got two podcasters going back and forth trolling. You know what I'm saying? Giving they take. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of trolling. You dig what I'm saying? And we got some clips for y'all. We're gonna break it down and we're gonna explain what's going on. You know what I'm saying? For those who don't know, Johnny Manziel, man, he was a, you know, fantastic college athlete. You know what I'm saying? He did his thing down there in Texas, man. He was going crazy. You feel me? Went to the league, played a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Kept getting in trouble, you know what I'm saying? And they got tired of him, got his ass up out of there, you know what I'm saying? Just somebody that ruined his shot, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not saying that, you know, he messed up his life as far as financially, because I believe his parents and his people had bread already, you know what I'm saying? So you know how that go. You feel me? When you the right complexion for the connection, you know what I'm saying, you always gonna be straight in this world, because let's be honest, this a white man's world. You understand what I'm saying? And that ain't even on no racist tip, but that's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? So Gilly the Kid is a known Eagles fan. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows Gilly is an Eagles fan. You know what I'm saying? He's a diehard Eagles fan, you know, as he should be. He's from Philly. You know what I'm saying? And as soon as, you know, the Eagles won the championship, you know what I'm saying, and they led by Jalen Hurts, which is the quarterback. You know, he played here at OU for a little bit, you know what I'm saying, but he initially came from Alabama. You understand what I'm saying? He played behind Tua Tagovailoa, you know what I mean? But he ended up coming out here, you know, did his thing out here, whatever, went to the league, you know what I'm saying? He got drafted to the Eagles. Now, people feel like he got put in a good position. Even if he did, so what? You know what I'm saying? He didn't have no control over where he got drafted to. You know what I'm saying? We can't hold it against somebody because you got good players on your team. So now people look at you and want to talk down on you because you got good players on your team. You surrounded by good players. You got drafted by a good organization. Who gives a damn? You know what I'm saying? Now, if you get put in a bad situation like Cam Newton did, you understand what I'm saying? The Carolina Panthers wasn't the best team. You understand what I'm saying? But, you know, that also builds character. That also, you know, helps you get, get that bravado about yourself. You know, you got to grind it out. You got to get it out the mud. So, you know, it's all kind of different scenarios that can happen when you get drafted to these sports teams. You know what I'm saying? You don't really know where you're going. So can we fault Jalen Hurts for being on a good team because they got, the best running back, what they consider top receivers over there? I mean, let's be honest, man. All of these dudes have, God-given talent and ability, great, outstanding, not your average ability, because if they didn't, they wouldn't be in the NFL. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of the times, the reason why these teams aren't good is not because of the players. It be because of the front office, some things that's going on upstairs that, might affect the team. You understand what I'm saying? So not everybody has adopted a winning culture, but can we fault Jalen Hurts for that? No. He's a grinder. You know what I'm saying? He's an awesome quarterback. You dig what I'm saying? And I'm not even an Eagles fan. I'm an Arizona Cardinals fan, but, I'm going to give credit where credit is due. Just because you plug a quarterback into a good situation doesn't always mean that they're going to be successful. You understand what I'm saying? Look at the Patriots back in the day. They went, 17-0, 17-1. Did they win the championship? No. Look at Cam Newton. He went 15-1 with the Carolina Panthers that everybody keeps saying that they was nobodies, but how does nobodies go 15-1? Stop it. They're freaking professional athletes. They in the NFL, the top of the top. So how do you say that, being on a team full of nobodies is a bad thing when you go 15-1, but you lose in the Super Bowl? Some say it was rigged. Some say they played like crap. In my opinion, the Carolina Panthers just played like crap. They got sunned by Von Miller, which is one guy. Y'all let one guy beat a whole team. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't get it. Back then I didn't get it, and I still don't get it. You understand? But for Johnny Manziel to come out in defense of Cam Newton when these two are going back and forth, him and Gilly the Kid, and they trolling each other. You dig what I'm saying? They obviously playing internet games. Nobody has said anything about violence. And the white boy come out of left field and say that that when he see Gilly, he gonna slap Gilly. Man, I ain't with that. You know what I'm saying? Johnny Manziel, thumbs down for that, man. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I take Gilly's fade for you with Johnny Manziel. You dig what I'm saying? Like, Johnny Manziel is probably more closer to around my age than he is Gilly. Gilly probably 15 years older than Manziel. I take that fade for you, Gilly. I take that fade for you, gang. This little white dude is not about to get on the internet and say when he see Gilly, he gonna slap the shit out of him. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going for that. You feel me? Like, I'm all for my people, and this is one of them times where I feel like, man, are you kidding me? You understand what I'm saying? So, like I said, Johnny Manziel came out on Twitter and tagged Gilly the Kid and said, you may be the biggest effing loser on the planet, talking like you've effing done anything on a football field. I'll see you. Just know I'm going to slap the fuck out of you. You know what I'm saying? And then he put trust. Like, stop it. You talking greasy on this internet because this internet is a safe place for people like you. Let's be honest, Johnny Manziel. You know what I'm saying? You not finna slap no black man, bro. I can see if you said I'm gonna sock you out or I'm a roundhouse kick you, but you not finna open hand slap no black man, Johnny Manziel. Let's be honest. Stop it. You understand what I'm saying? Please stop it. You know what I'm saying? That's way over the line. You understand what I'm saying? I would have been more respected it. I could have respected it more if you would have said, we're gonna get down when I see you, or we're gonna have to put the gloves on when I see you, or something like that, or if it would have been some laughing emojis or something. But you chose the word slap. And you think that you think the black community gonna be cool with that, gang? Come on, stop it. Johnny Manziel, let's just be honest. You're not slapping a black man. I wouldn't even doubt that you would be ready to go call the police. That's for sure. You know what I'm saying? As soon as a motherfucker get with you, you're gonna be ready to go call the police. That's a fact. You understand what I'm saying? Please stop it, man. With the threats online. But let's run this first clip. Yeah, let's run this first clip, man.
I know everybody's going to get mad at this. Cam hating on Jalen Hurts. It's hard for me to grade Jalen Hurts with the talent that he has around him. Jalen Hurts is a great quarterback. But if we're talking about what they bring to the table, holistically, it's hard to judge what Jalen Hurts can do when you're throwing to a guy like A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. When you have tight end skill set, you have a dominant defense, the best running back in the game. Download Madden and see how many stars is on the offensive side of Philly. Like, you got King Henry, Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews, and Isaiah Likely, those guys, that's cool. But when you're comparing, Lamar Jackson still shows you why he's an elite player. Josh Allen has to play elite in order for them to play. Lamar Jackson has to play at a high level for the Baltimore Ravens, even though that they have a dominant defense. Patrick Mahomes, he got a lot of talent. But boy, oh boy, you can't put no John Doe in Patrick Mahomes and think that they still gonna win the way they win it. I understand that. Jalen Hurts does not have to play elite for the Philadelphia Eagles to win. He has to play good, but he doesn't have to play elite. We're not asking you to win the game. We're just asking you not to lose it. When you ask that question, are we winning because of you, solely because of you, or is it the resources around you? So game changer, game manager, those are the things that you have to ask yourself. And those are the metrics that I'm going off of. It's like, bro, even when the tush push, you got 5 people pushing you, bro. You got a solid group around you, dog. And the man who Jalen Hurts is, bro, I respect him. I take my hat off to him. But just because he's a great guy, that don't mean I can't critique his game.
Now, this is the video that started the whole thing. That's the clip that started the whole, the whole go around. Now, Gilly the Kid seen that video and felt like Cam was hating. And I ain't gonna lie, just watching the video again, I kind of felt like he hating. You understand what I'm saying? Because let's go back to the situation that he got drafted to. I'll wait. Let's go back to the situation that he got drafted to. He got drafted to the Carolina Panthers. I think they won like 2 or 3 games the season before he got there. You understand what I'm saying? They didn't have a winning culture over there. I understand that. But as an athlete, man, as a competitor, you supposed to pull up to that situation and be like, okay, this is good for me because it ain't nobody over here that's going to keep me from being where I need to be. And you was a first round first pick, bro. Typically, a first round first pick is going to go to the trashiest team. Because if they was good, they wouldn't even have the first round pick, gang. You know what I'm saying? Patrick Mahomes and them, they don't even be having a first round draft pick in the draft. They got to wait till the second round. And if they do got a first rounder, it's way late. You understand what I'm saying? And I feel like this. Jalen Hurts just won a national championship with the NFL. And I feel like if it was going to be somebody to come out and critique him so fast and be on his head so fast after winning, it's like, look, bro, we won. Why do a nigga still got to get criticized when he get the ultimate, this is the ultimate achievement. It's players that been in the league, that was in the league for 18 seasons. All that grit, all that blood, sweat, and tears for nothing. They didn't get no ring. So for Jalen Hurts to be in his second or third year, you know what I'm saying, third or yeah, I think he in his third or fourth year, something like that. For him to be fairly new to the NFL, you understand what I'm saying? And to have already been to 2 Super Bowls and won 1 out of the 2, man, you're doing pretty good if you ask me. Because let's just be honest, I don't give a damn if you got A.J. Brown and all of them guys he just named, Saquon Barkley. I don't give a damn if you got all of them guys or not. Let's put Dak Prescott in that situation. He don't go win no goddamn championship. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? In the comments, please let me know. Because let's not just act like you can just throw any kind of scrub in there and go win with that situation. Because if that's the case, why didn't Patrick Mahomes then win the championship? Why didn't they win? On paper, they got the best team, right? They got the best quarterback. Patrick Mahomes is like Mr. Invincible. You understand what I'm saying? I just felt like, damn, Cam. You know what I'm saying? Get a nigga some love. You gave more critique and shade than you did love. You know what I'm saying? You say you respect him as a person and all that, but that don't mean you can critique his game. I mean, damn. Which one is it? Are you bitter because you didn't get to win that championship in 2016? Y'all let Peyton Manning go in there and Von Miller, one defensive guy, just blow y'all's whole mind frame out of the game? Is that why you mad? I just didn't get that. You understand what I'm saying? And then, I get when a lot of people say black people be the first people to tear each other down. We do. We do. We be the first ones to critique. Because you could pull up in a 2022 Suburban, brand new off the lot. You gonna have somebody around you to be like, damn, man, that's the newest one they had. They ain't got to 25. You ain't get to 26. Damn, I was looking at that 26. You know what I'm saying? I like that 25. I think you should have got the 25. Like, damn, nigga. Can you be happy for a nigga for a second? Can I take this in for a second? You understand what I'm saying? So that's how Gilly felt. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? But Gilly is an Eagles fan. You can't say nothing to a man, a fan about his quarterback. You know what I'm saying? That's obviously going to spark an argument with anybody. Kyler Murray is my quarterback, but he been playing like ass, but you can't say nothing bad about him. We're going to have an argument. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to ride with my quarterback till the wheels fall off. You dig what I'm saying? But that video that he made, I guess Gilly posted on his story about Cam, like, stop hating. You know what I'm saying? Stop hating. You feel me? You never won a championship. Jalen Hurts did what you couldn't do. He finished. At the end of the day, he finished. Because let's be honest, Jalen Hurts could have went out there and stunk up that game. He could have went out there and stunk the game up. They knew Saquon Barkley was going, they felt like he was going to get all the carries just like he had been leading up to the final game. So they was on Saquon Barkley's head. So if it wasn't for Jalen Hurts doing his little duggery, making plays and out there competing, they would have lost. Come on, man. Somebody tell me I'm wrong, man. Let's check out this next clip, though.
Cam Newton, I seen you came at me because I said Jalen Hurts did what you couldn't do. That was win a Super Bowl. So you want to get all in your feelings. Man, shut your tight jean wearing ass up, man. Nigga, you had on a jersey with a bow tie, you corny ass nigga. Get out of here, nigga. You will never be able to fuck with Jalen Hurts, nigga. You super goofy, corny ass nigga. Get out of here, nigga. What you do? You won MVP, won a Super Bowl, win a Super Bowl MVP. And you hating on him. Because he did what you couldn't do, nigga. Win a Super Bowl. And he been to 2 of them. So when you hating on him, nigga, just know you wasn't better than him, nigga. You talking about, can you name one of my albums, nigga? You ain't got to be able to name one of my albums, nigga. Fuck wrong with you. You in my space. You ain't bigger than me in this space, nigga. You a low-ass boy in this space, nigga. You low-ass boy. I could come sign you, nigga. You low-ass boy. What you talking about? Nigga, don't ever hate on Jalen Jalen Hurts, nigga. I know it hurts your fucking feelings that you wasn't Jalen, nigga. You non-Super Bowl having ass nigga. And let's be for real. Let's be for real. You out of clout chasing, man. You interviewed a nigga on your platform who ain't nobody, and he got on there and talked about Deion Sanders, Beyonce, Jay-Z, a bunch of... Come on, man. You a Pro Bowler, man. You made millions of dollars, man. That's the type of content you chasing, man. Get your goofy ass out of here, Cam. Super goofy ass nigga. Tight jeans, jersey with a bow tie wearing ass nigga. Fuck you thought. You called the right one out, you super goofy ass nigga. Right.
Yo, and that was Gilly's response, to Cam and his bull. You feel me? And like I said, man, Cam, you was a phenomenal player, bro. And I did some research into Cam's career, because I didn't kind of understand. Let's be clear. Cam was at Florida behind Tim Tebow for 2 years. Now, everybody knows the effect of Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow had the hearts and had the eyes and had the souls of the fans. Tim Tebow was a lovable guy. Everybody loved Tim Tebow. And he was a crazy talented football player in college. So Cam was at Florida, basically hoping to get some playing time, but it didn't work out like that. He got in a little trouble. That ain't the reason why he got put out of school, because he just transferred. He hit the transfer portal, but he got in a little trouble, stole a laptop or whatever, got in some trouble, boop, transferred, went to JUCO, won the championship in JUCO, showed out in JUCO, then went to Auburn, won the championship there, and then went first round, first pick overall to the Carolina Panthers. And then, later they went to the Super Bowl and they lost. So Cam had a crazy career. You know what I'm saying? Cam got that dog in him. We can't lie and say he don't. Cam got that dog in him. You dig what I'm saying? Now he's doing podcasts. You know what I'm saying? But you can't really be petty with Gilly, because let's be honest, we can't name his album. I ain't gonna lie, I can't name his album, but we still know who he is. His name is associated with Lil Wayne, Cash Money, Jay-Z, all the, his name is circulating around all of these guys. I mean, so we still know who he is. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, so you can say, oh, we can't name none of your albums, but some kind of way we still know who you are. And then here you are, Cam, going at him. So it's like you making him important, gang. You know what I'm saying? You trying to say he's irrelevant, but he's very relevant. Honest or not? Somebody please tell me in the comments, are we right or are we wrong? You know what I'm saying? Because it's two sides of a coin. You understand what I'm saying? It's three stories, your side, my side, and the truth. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I mean? You can say, hey, we don't know none of Gilly's albums, and we don't. Let's be honest. But we know who Gilly is, though. Facts. You know what I'm saying? So he put a lot of grit and a lot of grind into this game, and he made himself relevant. You dig what I'm saying? Whether he wrote for Lil Wayne or not. I mean, what's the difference if he did or if he didn't? We still know who the man is. We still know him for writing for Lil Wayne, whether he wrote for him or not. We still know him for that. You understand what I'm saying? Gilly been in the game 30 years, G. You know what I'm saying? He's a staple in Philly for sure. You know what I'm saying? The whole East Coast region. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like, Cam, you can say that, but it's like you still going back at the same guy you basically calling a nobody. You know what I'm saying? Stop it. And so we got another clip. I think this is Cam's response. I think this is Cam's response. you know, to Gilly. You feel me?
Another person that will unlock Petty Cam is Gilly the Kid. Gilly, you posted me on your social story. And Peggy, I got a question to ask. Can you name me one Gilly the Kid album? Can you quote any of his music? But we know Gilly the Kid, not as a rap artist or a hip hop artist. We know him as a podcaster. We're in the same space. So your unpopular pick or your popular pick or the content that you create, Gilly, is the same thing that I do as content creators. So step aside, sir. Next.
Well, like I said, we do know Gilly for being in the hip hop lane. You dig what I'm saying, Cam? You wrong on that one. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said before, he's tied to Lil Wayne. He's allegedly wrote for Lil Wayne. The whole Carter 1, 2, I believe, is got Gilly all over it. Because let's be honest, at one point in time, Lil Wayne switched his style up, man. He got on some more like East Coast John. You dig what I'm saying? Y'all remember Lil Wayne was doing that, wobbity, 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 all of that, and then he switched lanes. Like when 400 degrees or 500 degrees, when that came, you dig what I'm saying? I forgot which one. I think Wayne's is 400 degrees, or was that Juvie's? But Wayne, I know they was kind of beefing a little bit because one had 500 degrees, one had 400 degrees. I think it might have been. It was either one of them. But on that album, y'all know what I'm talking about. Lil Wayne was on that wobbity wobbity. But then when that Carter 1 and 2 hit, dude was on like some New York type of with the Louisiana, with the down south, intertwined in there. He switched that style up. He quit doing all that, and he switched his beats up too. You understand what I'm saying? So that influence had to come from somewhere, and with people like Mac 10 going to Cash Money, and then you had Snoop Dogg, well, not Snoop Dogg, Mac 10 coming to Cash Money, those people coming from outside influences. I think Mac 10 is definitely where Lil Wayne got the blood shit from, you know what I'm saying? Because back in the day, I remember in the Big Timers videos, they was wearing blue, orange, red, yellow rags. They was wearing all kind of rags. They was just soldier rags, period. You know what I'm saying? But, so like I said, man, we do know Gilly from the hip hop scene. I mean, that's where I knew him from before I ever, before he came up with the $1 million worth of game. I always knew Gilly as a, like a battle rapper type of, I looked at him in that kind of light, like a dude that be spitting flows and he be kicking it with the artists, and he's in that hip hop scene. So, we do know him from the hip hop scene. We might not know, he might not got no hit records that we know of, that it's just him solely, but I'm pretty sure he done wrote for some cats. Allegedly wrote for Lil Wayne, you feel me? So, and if he did do that or did some business with Birdman, I'm pretty sure that he did do some writing for the camp. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for Lil Wayne directly, I'm pretty sure he put some ideas in some areas and, wrote for some other artists and did some other things, because let's be honest, you don't typically, know Birdman and be around Birdman if you just ain't got nothing going on for yourself musically. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you ain't just part of the crew. You know what I'm saying? And it is record that he was signed to Cash Money at one point in time. So what was he doing? You know what I'm saying? Working on a solo project? No, he could have been writing, he could have been producing, he could have been doing all kind of stuff. So, that's typically where I knew, or where I, associate Gilly the Kid with before the podcast came. You know what I'm saying? Is with the music scene. So that's what I'm saying. But let's run this last clip, man. Let's run this last clip.
Cam ain't never had one of these. I ain't going back and forth with you, nigga. Thank you, Jalen. Appreciate you, Jalen. Love you, Nick. Love you, Nick. Appreciate you, Jalen. Cam Newton never had one of these. I said Cam Newton never got one of these. Thank you, Jalen. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you, Dom.
Hey, yo, that's just Gilly being petty. that was the last, little response that we done got so far. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, come on, Cam. If you try to come at Gilly, of course, just because he mentioned you on his story, he didn't go out and speak about you or do none of that. He didn't do that until you got on your podcast and start talking about him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, hey, listen, it's all fair. It's all fair, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no, only thing I don't agree with is Johnny Manziel stepping into this and saying and coming out on Twitter saying he gonna slap Gilly. Stop it, Johnny Manziel. You know what I'm saying? That's typically the kind of situation that we are for sure that you gonna call the police on, bruh, because it's like no group of black men is gonna sit back and watch a white man slap a black man. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? Gilly come from the streets, man. You know what I'm saying? He done cleaned himself up well, and he's a businessman first, and a father and a family man and all of that first. But let's be honest, man. Ain't no black man going for no white man slapping him, man. You know what I'm saying? We're not going for it. It's definitely not happening. I don't know if Trump got y'all feeling yourselves or holding y'all nuts or whatever, but stop it. That's a fairy tale life that you're living in, Johnny Manziel. He was probably drunk. You need to get off the booze. Put the booze for him down, Johnny Manziel, straight up. And like I said, man, for Gilly, Johnny, I'll take that fade. So, get at your boy, man. If you happen to see this video, jump in the comments, man. We can line it up. You know what I mean? But, hey, man, that's all the time we got today. It's your boy R2. I want to thank the supporters again. Everybody that viewed this video, everybody that viewed the other videos, liked them, subscribe to the channel, all of that, man. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all, and we appreciate the love. Hey, man, it's your boy. Y'all stay down. And until next time, man, it's on. One.